What's up guys, it's Mitch. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys my updated 2022 sim rig and desk setup, streaming setup thing. About 9 months ago I made a video documenting my original setup. It was a wooden rig with a Logitech G920 and an Xbox One with a 32-inch TV on some crappy little desk. And since then I've been working about 7 days a week, 8 hours a day for the past 9 months. So long time, a lot of work, a lot of hard work going into this. Not just this, but my life in general. And I figured I'd take some time to invest in myself and give myself a little mental break. So I decided to put together a little sim rig slash desk setup slash streaming setup for video games and sim racing and all that stuff. Before I get into the new setup, I just wanted to show you guys some progression pictures of how the setup has looked over time. It's gone through a couple phases now, and it looks pretty good. Right now it's definitely looking the best, obviously, but I've been pretty happy with it over time. I've never really needed to upgrade. I just kind of wanted to upgrade, and I'm going to show you guys a couple tips on how to upgrade yourself. And if you stay to the end of this video, I'll give you 3 tips on how to budget and build yourself a streaming setup just like this. As you can see, it's taken a long time to get to where it is, and with a little patience and a little bit of budgeting skills, you can get to wherever you want in no time. We're going to start off with the desk here. The desk is a Bestier desk from Bestier, New Jersey. I think they're from just this Wayfairy type company online that I found. They had a pretty cheap L-shaped desk, and it held up pretty well for the first month or so, but over time it cracked on the table edge where my monitor stand is, and these bars down here in the middle, they make it really easy for cable management, but they do not give you much leg room at all. So I should be able to remove those bars and give myself some extra leg room, but we'll see about that. Sitting on top of my desk is my custom PC. I say that in quotes because I honestly just asked Reddit what to buy for my PC, because I've been a console player my whole entire life. I have no idea anything about PC gaming. Well, I didn't before I got this, but now I'd say I'm pretty knowledgeable on the craft. But before this, I had no idea what to do. So asked Reddit, PC Master Race, build me a PC. What should I buy? And they said this. I bought a Intel Core i7-9700K. It's got 16 gigabytes of RAM. It's got 1 terabyte SSD, 1 terabyte hard drive. It's on an Asus motherboard, and it's got an Asus Strix ROG NVIDIA 2060 graphics card, NVIDIA GeForce 2060, you know. In a Thermaltake case, it's kind of boring, but I kind of love this PC. It's kind of a beast, and does everything I needed to with ease. I'm going to be upgrading the RAM and the cooler soon. The cooler is just not the greatest cooler ever. It's pretty cheap. And the RAM, I can tell it's limiting me. I think I could use either 32 gigs or 64 gigs, especially with video editing. The main display piece on my desk is the AOC 34-inch ultra-wide monitor. I honestly was just looking on Amazon for the cheapest 144 hertz ultra-wide monitor I could find, because I was getting absolutely clowned on Facebook and Reddit for my FOV by the FOV police. So I was like, alright, I'm tired of it. I'm gonna get an ultra-wide monitor. And I threw that on top of a Amazon Basics. I think it's North Bayou is the brand, but I think I found it on Amazon for like $50. Spring-loaded monitor arm, and it is perfect. It gets every position I need. It puts my monitor right on top of my steering wheel, so I have the best FOV possible. And when I'm gaming, just like regular blah 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 blah, or typing, yeah, it puts it in the perfect position for where I need it to go, and it's awesome. Next, we'll move on to my absolute prized possession in the whole room. This is my SimLab GT1 Evo sim rig. It's got the Fanatec CSL DD attached to it, and it's got a seat from my Mazda 3 that I took out when I used to have a Mazda 3. Took the passenger seat out. I was like, I don't have any friends anyway, might as well put it on my sim rig. You know the deal. Using the CSL pedals as well, the Fanatec CSL pedals. And everything's worked really well. The sim rig is perfect. It holds up the weight and the power of the DD perfectly. That's kind of why I got the rig in the first place, was because I needed something. It's going to be strong enough to hold the DD, and will also be strong enough if I want to upgrade later. So it's been great. It's got a pretty small blueprint, so I can fit it in my room, which is kind of the most important thing to me, because I do kind of have a small room, but other than that, it's been perfect. I also have the Logitech G920 shifter attached to it, with a mod from, you know what, I'm not sure, but a magnetic mod, and it's been pretty awesome. I got it hooked up to a Leo Bodnar USB converter. Where I spend my most time in my room is this seat right here. It's the GT Racing gaming chair from Amazon. It was like $120. Honestly, it's been pretty freaking awesome. Hasn't really given me any problems. I've heard some pretty bad reviews about gaming chairs in the past, but this one's done me pretty well. The only complaint I can have about it is the padding underneath here. After, like, if I'm sitting here for 8 to 10 hours, it will start to hurt my ass a little, but other than that, it's pretty great. Finally, we'll get into the extras and the peripherals and all that. My main peripherals are the Keychron K2 wireless as my keyboard. I use this all the time. This is like, I've had 3 or 4 keyboards since I've gotten my PC, and honestly, I wouldn't change this one for a thing. I'm gonna start modding it pretty soon, getting into the custom keyboard scene. Just ordered some custom keycaps for it, and it's got red Cherry MX Reds linear switches. It's pretty great. Sounds pretty great. My mouse is the Razer Ballistic wireless, Hyper Ballistic, I think it's actually called, wireless. I needed wireless peripherals because my keyboard tray over there, it's kind of far away from my USB hub underneath my desk and my PC, so it's just easier to have wireless peripherals. I can bring them over there and sim race without any problems, any cords in my way, any wires I have to manage, any of that stuff. This microphone right here is the JLab Talk Go microphone, USB microphone. It's pretty good. I don't know if you can hear the audio quality or not. There's a couple softwares running at the moment, but I like this microphone a lot. It's pretty compact, portable, it's light, it's got some pretty good audio quality. It connects to this boom arm really easily. It's connected to a Amazon boom arm, Amazon Basics boom arm. That's gonna be one of my next upgrades. I absolutely hate this boom arm. It's very finicky, doesn't hold weight very well, and this isn't a very heavy mic at all, so yeah, that's going to be upgraded very soon. The final main peripheral I really use every day is this Huion drawing pad. I use it for Photoshop, Illustrator if I want to draw myself a logo or draw myself a livery in Trading Paints or something. And I use the buttons on the side for macros and OBS. This thing comes in handy all the time. It's perfect. It comes with a little pen. Pen feels super natural. It feels like I'm writing on paper. It's awesome. I love this thing. Coming over to the other side of my desk, got some free space over here. Also got some woodworking I did in high school with my name on it. And this holds my controllers. This pink and money sign controller is a scuff from 2017, 2018. This thing has gone through hell and back. It's been an awesome controller. The left stick doesn't really work anymore, so I kind of have retired it unless I'm trick shotting in Call of Duty or playing competitive Call of Duty or something if I want to use the paddles on the back. And this Volt controller is just one of the newer USB Type-C controllers from Xbox, and I can use that with my PC or Xbox. My Xbox One and my MacBook Air over here collecting dust actually do get quite a good amount of use. I use my MacBook basically every day for YouTube, web browsing, basically anything I don't want to get out of bed for. And my Xbox, I use that pretty often. Most of my friends play on Xbox, and there's some games you just can't play on PC on the Xbox app, so gotta go over to my Xbox. And I race in a F1 2020 league every week on Xbox over there. So I just plug my CSLD into the Xbox and go on my lovely day. Race in a league race. Come in second usually, don't usually win. This pegboard up here has been absolutely clutch. I think I got this for $25-$30 on Amazon. It holds everything I need, my most used tools, my most used accessories, my most used cords, all literally 6 inches away I can grab at any time. Wrenches, Allen keys, that's what they're called. You know, iPhone cords, all that stuff. Everything I need right at a hand's reach. It's perfect. There's a couple things in here I use for personality. These wheels up here, my Logitech G920 wheel, and a wheel from my dad's old MG. It's pretty awesome. They give my room some life, make me look like less of a nerd. I have these 2 vinyls up there, Mac Miller and the Beatles, Abbey Road and Circles by Mac Miller, and Abbey Road by the Beatles. Next, I just got these shelves. They hold a couple books that are sentimental and nice to look at, and they hold some pictures from high school hockey and my state championship ring from high school hockey, and this giraffe I got at the zoo when I was like 9. Can't forget about the plants either. Added a couple fake plants around the room that I got off Amazon, Walmart, IKEA and stuff. Just to add a little bit of life to the room. As you can see, it's an all black setup. There's not much life in here at all, so I think the plants and the Volt and pink controller, they add a little bit of. I'll show you guys my attempted cable management underneath and around the desk area. Use just some rubber channels and cable ties, the Velcro cable ties, double-sided tape, everything, just to hold these power bricks and all these cords up there. I did the best I could do. A lot of these wires aren't static, so a lot of them move a lot, and especially the monitor wire that hangs down here. That one just can't go away. The monitor has to move all the time, so other than that, most of them are kind of hidden. I did my best. That's about everything I can show you guys right now. I'm going to be making upgrades in the future. I plan on doing an updated one, maybe midsummer, maybe by the end of next year, maybe I'll have a new house by the end of this year, so I can move out, put a new setup in there, do something new with it. Who knows? I said I was going to give you some tips, so let's get right into those. I know when I was shopping around, looking around, getting some inspiration for my setup, I was watching a lot of YouTube videos. I was getting so overwhelmed by how much shit people had and how much money people can really spend on all of their stuff. You don't need the best equipment. And that gets me into tip 1. Only buy what you need. You can go into a deep hole and buy 100 different things on Amazon or Newegg or Best Buy, whatever, a bunch of tech products that you might think you need, and you get them in and you're like, what am I even gonna do with this? I have boxes boxes and boxes of shit just like laying around of stuff I don't need, because I was just going on spending sprees and not really paying attention to what I needed, and not really buying everything I needed at the time. I would buy things I thought I needed and I didn't need them ever. So my tip 1, write down a list of everything you think you need at the time. Make priority lists of those items and buy those items in time periods. Save your money. Buy one item 1 week, buy another item 1 week, buy another item 1 week. Only buy what you need at one time. So you can buy your PC 1 week if you don't have a PC yet. So that's big part of your budget right there. If you want to spend $1,200 on a PC, go for it. And but that's one thing. You don't need to buy everything else at the same time. If you have a TV that will work, you don't need to buy a monitor. If you have a mouse and keyboard, you don't need to buy a mouse and keyboard. Everything you get or already have will work for what you need. Tip number 2, don't rush. If you're rushing, it's not going to look the best. It's not going to be what you think is going to be the best setup you possibly can have. This might be a little redundant from tip 1, but everything will come together eventually. Delayed satisfaction might be your friend here. You can save money as you go. If you don't rush everything now, you'll have more money to spend perfecting everything if you don't rush the big things in the beginning. Save money, invest your money, invest in new stuff over time, use what you have now. And yeah. Tip number 3, you don't need the most expensive stuff. They make quality, high quality stuff you can get on Amazon, you can get on Best Buy, you can get, like, tech is so mainstream now. Companies are producing the same items as the high-end brands for a lower price at the same exact quality. They last just as long, and they look just as nice. You don't need the name brand stuff every single time. And one extra final tip for you guys: have fun, be yourself, be creative with your setup, add some personality. You can do whatever the hell you want to do. You don't have to follow media trends. You see something on the internet you like, you can use that idea, but add something from your mind or your heart into that setup, and I think you'll like it a lot more. It won't just look like every other person's setup on the internet, you know? I think that's going to be everything, guys. If you didn't enjoy the video, please give me a like, comment, subscribe, show me your setups. I would love to see it. I love looking at people's setups. It's like one of my favorite things to do in my pastime. So tweet at me. I'll leave my Twitter in the description. I'll throw it up on the screen right now. Tweet at me, follow my Twitch, follow my Twitter. That's the only 2 social medias I use. Subscribe to me on YouTube, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Twitch. I'm like 3 followers away from like affiliate, so that'd be sick. I can get like 3 more in the next couple weeks or something. Next couple days maybe. Yeah, guys, if you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, show me your setups. Thanks, guys. Peace.